Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, dear students. Wishing you all a fruitful semester. I am Professor Ahmed Megahed, Professor of Pediatrics, Mansoura University, and I would like to thank Dr. Dina Abdelhadi for preparing many of these slides. Here we are going to discuss the nutritional requirement of infants and children. We should know that children need food, and food should be provided in appropriate quantity and quality for optimal growth and development. And the concept of malnutrition means that there is an error with the nutrition of the infant or the child, either a quantitative error to give an excess requirement, excess calories more than the need, leading to obesity, for example, or to give less requirement, leading to protein calorie malnutrition, or a qualitative error to give a certain nutrient in excess, like hypervitaminosis D, or certain deficiency in certain nutrient like iron deficiency, leading to iron deficiency anemia as one of the examples. So malnutrition addresses both qualitative and quantitative errors in nutrition, either in excess or in minus. And children and the infants are nutritionally vulnerable group because first, they have low nutritional stores. Second cause of their vulnerability, the high nutritional demands for growth. An infant in the first 4 months of age requires 30% of his energy intake to be directed for growth, while at the age of 1 year 5% of the energy is used for growth, and the age of 3 years just 2% are used for growth. Also, there is rapid neuronal development, particularly during the 3rd trimester and the first 2 years of life. Also, infants and children are vulnerable for acute illnesses and surgeries. The outcome of malnutrition. Malnutrition can lead to growth delay, failure to gain weight, losing weight, failure to gain height, and failure to gain height is an index of chronic malnutrition status. Specific nutritional deficiencies as protein energy malnutrition, marasmus and kwashiorkor, vitamin D deficiency leading to rickets, vitamin C leading to scurvy, vitamin A leading to night blindness, iron leading to iron deficiency anemia. And obesity is a quantitative error with excess intake of calories more than the demand. The long-term outcome of malnutrition, it can lead to linear growth, stuntation, and also can lead to disease in the adult life. We are going to discuss the nutritional requirements that differs by age, and we have macronutrients and micronutrients and water. So the nutritional requirements are going to be discussed under the requirements of water, the requirements of calories, how much energy the child needs, the macronutrient requirements, the carbohydrate, proteins and fats requirements, and the micronutrients requirements, vitamins. Water. In the first year of life, an infant is going to require 150 milliliter water per kg per day. From 1 to 3 years, he is going to require 125 milliliter per kg per day. From 4 to 6 years, 100 milliliter per kg per day. 7 to 12 years, 75 milliliter per kg per day. And from 13 to 18 years, 50 milliliter per kg per day. And we should know that the surface area in relation to the body weight is big in infants rather than in older age. And the metabolic demands and metabolic processes are more rapid in infants than in older age. So the requirement of water per kg is higher in infants than in older children. Calories. We have pointed before that a large percentage of the energy requirement is directed for growth, for achieving growth in the early states of life, in the early stages of life. So neonates are going to require more calories per kg per day rather than older children. A neonate is going to require 120 calories per kg per day, while first year infant 110, 2 to 3 years 100 calories per kg per day, and here we are speaking about big calorie, the kilocalorie. From 4 to 6 years 90 calories per kg per day, 7 to 9 years 80, 10 to 12 years 70, and 13 to 15 years 60 calories per kg per day. And we should note that each gram of protein yields 4.1 kilocalorie, and each gram of carbohydrate yields 4.1 kilocalorie, and each gram of fat yields 9.3 kilocalorie. And the main source of energy are carbohydrate followed by fat, and protein should be saved for building up tissues rather than providing calories. And ideally, the distribution of energy from food source should be as follows. An infant or a child should receive 50% of his caloric requirement from carbohydrate. So if he is going to require 100 kilocalories per kg per day, at least 50 kilocalories per kg should come from carbohydrate, and 35% should come from fats, and just 15% from proteins. And some models subtract the protein from the calories and save protein just for building tissues, not to be burned for as a fuel. So by application of the knowledge that each gram of carbohydrate is going to yield 4.1 kilocalorie, if we want to give an infant 50 kilocalorie per kg per day from carbohydrate source, he is going to require 12 gram per kg per day. As when you multiply 12 by 4.1, it is almost 50. It is 49 exactly. And the requirement of proteins also increases in the young population rather than the old population. Infants and young children from 1 to 3 years are going to require from 3 to 5 grams of protein per kg per day. 4 to 6 years children, 3 grams of protein per kg per day. 7 to 9 years, 2.5 grams of protein per kg per day. 10 to 12 years, 2 grams. 13 to 15 years, 1.5 gram per kg per day. As you know, the rate of growth and building of tissues is much more pronounced in the early infancy and early childhood. Examples of the requirement of subvitamins: vitamin C, the recommended daily requirement is 50 milligram per day, and vitamin C is found in citrus fruits, tomatoes, green vegetables. Vitamin D, the requirement is from 400 to 800 international units per day, and it might be more in twins and immatures. Vitamin D is found in fish and eggs and can be formed in the skin with direct sun exposure, and it should be supplemented. Currently, the recommendation for vitamin D supplementation is from 0 day, from the first day of life, and it should be more advised and needed in the twins and the prematures. Vitamin A, the requirement is 2000 international unit per day, and it is found in fish, meat, eggs, and carrots. Vitamin K should be supplemented shortly after birth in the delivery room in a prophylactic dose of 1 to 2 milligram single injection. Minerals. The recommended daily requirement of iron is 15 milligram per day, and iron is found in liver, meat, leafy green vegetables. But of course, the bioavailability of iron in the animal source is much more better than in plant source. Calcium, 0.5 to 0.7 gram per day, and calcium is found in milk, cheese, and green leafy vegetables. Iodine, 100 to 200 microgram per day, and it is found in fish and iodinated table salts. And thank you for your time, and wishing you a fruitful semester.